this is Brenda Weatherly with another cooking class on making cobblers. As you can see, I am making some green beans. I've got green beans in this pan. I have got a sweet potato in the oven for dinner, but I didn't want to melt my butter for making my cobbler in the oven because it would get the whole pan hot. So what I've done is took a half a stick of butter and I have cut it up in little pieces, as you can see, and just set it over my green beans, and the steam will melt my butter, and it shouldn't take but a minute. So I'll bring you back. You can see my butter is nicely melted and the dish is not even hot because I set it over the steam of my beans. So let me grab a bowl. I forgot a bowl. Just a minute. Take you with me to my cabinet and get a bowl out. To my bowl, I'm going to add equal parts of sugar and I'm going to put about a half a cup of sugar. A half a cup of flour and the same amount of milk. But instead of measuring my milk, let me stir this up good first. If I can do it with one hand, I'm not sure if I can do it good with one hand. Hang on. Incorporated the flour and the sugar, and now I just put milk in it until it's supposed to be about same amount of all three ingredients, about equal parts. So I'll put about a half a cup of milk. You don't want it too runny, but you don't want it thick. And I don't want to labor you with just stirring, so I may pause you till I get this incorporated. You can see I'm incorporating the milk and the flour and sugar. You don't want lumps in it, so it may take a minute. And I may have to bring you back. It's easier if I can hold the bowl with one hand and get the lumps out. Let me bring you back. Good enough. You could always put it through a sieve if you wanted to get all the lumps out. But anyway, all I do is mix up, like I said, equal parts of butter, sugar, and flour, and I just pour it in over my melted butter. And that was about a half a stick, if I didn't tell you. I guess you could put a whole stick if you wanted to, but I put about half a stick. Doing this one hand, it's kind of a little more difficult. Anyway, then you start putting your fruit in. Now, if you was going to use dried fruit, I had said previously when I was doing my cooking, my video on cooking my dinner, I had said I thought I was going to do a cherry cobbler. Well, I didn't have any cherries, but I've got apple. So this is going to be an apple cobbler. And what you do is just spoon your apples all over it. And like I was saying, if you're using dried fruit, you would reconstitute it with a little water. Let it sit a while in some water until it gets plump. Let me bring you back when I get this filled. Because it's apples instead of cherry, I have went and got my cinnamon sugar. And I'm just going to put a little cinnamon sugar in it. Just as much as you like. I guess I should have stirred that up in my apples before I put it in there, but I didn't. So, whatever. Just, I don't know, I've put up 4 handfuls, or not handfuls, I've just put 4 pinches, so anyway, that should do. Pop that in the oven and just bake it until the crust is golden brown and bubbly. So until next time, this is Brenda Weatherly with The Simple Life, Homesteading the Pioneer Way, saying keep homesteading.